During the group stage of the NBA Cup. Grant, these teams have had vastly different fortunes so far in the tournament.
Well, one team is undefeated and the other is mostly out of it, BA. About as different as you can possibly get. And that's just how it can be during these group stages. There is just little room for forgiveness.
So a look at our starters for the Wizards. Murray out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Miles Turner. Then there's Butler. And it's McDaniels in at the power forward. And Washington with possession. Now Murray. McDaniels a screen. Pulls up on the wing. Murray's shot is good.
Murray using the mid-range, an effective shot for a good penetrator like Jamal. He's a natural scorer.
Outside Bain. Butler with a steal. And it's Washington on the break. Murray from outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That's on Joel Embiid.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
An area of the floor where Jaden McDaniels really excels. Defense.
Yeah, he's a strong perimeter defender. He's got great length, good anticipation, and he's competitive. I mean, those are the things that allow him to shut guys down on occasion.
Now here's George. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Murray, and here's Butler outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
This team does a good job of keeping Butler involved in everything.
Outside Bain. Back to George. To the inside. Here's Embiid. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Butler with the bucket.
The well-put-together Butler proving that he's just a little too strong there, not allowing the physical defense to stifle him at all.
Pass to Tyson. George, a screen on Murray. Here's Tyson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
And the Wizards last season with the worst record in the Eastern Conference. Grant second in losses only to Utah.
Yeah, BA, the course is clear. Development and youth. The losses can be tough to stomach, but they do have some intriguing up-and-coming players.
And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist by George.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
There's a screen by Turner. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Embiid. Turner, no good. Pacers trail by 7. Down low. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Turner using every inch of his length to protect the rim. Denied.
Murray against George. Pass to McDaniels. Lets it go from deep. Pacers with a rebound. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And despite the difference in talent level, these teams were fairly evenly matched last year.
Here's Embiid. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. When asking him about their key to success, he immediately pointed to Jamal Murray. Coach said he's the conductor of their operation. If you want to slow them down, you go for the head of the snake, and that's Jamal. Keying in on the orchestrator sounds like a good plan. We'll see if they execute it. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Jones, he's checked in for Tyson, and it's Carrington in for George. Murray, no good.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Pass to Santos. The three. The rebound by Murray.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Washington again can't hit.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Here's Bain. He's guarded by Bridges. Screen by Embiid. 6 to shoot. No one covering.
Anytime he can, Bain is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
Murray passes to Bridges. Back to Murray to stop the drought. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Some changes for Indiana. Messi, he's checked in for Embiid. And it's George in for Santos. George scanning the floor. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul. Anderson's checked in for Indiana.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Checking in for the...
Here's Jones. Still no points. Here's George. Rebound, Washington. Turner's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
To the paint. Here's Anderson. That shot missing. McDaniels with some nice D. And it's Murray with the ball for the Wizards. 7-point differential. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Atlanta.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Washington needs to get off a shot. And again, Washington with a triple.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Jamal Murray, he's been the guy making things happen for Washington. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Carlton Carrington. Then it's Yves Messi. And it's George in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
And they're in the NBA's top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. When they're playing with full intensity, their defense is up there with the best of them.
And you mentioned all those points off turnovers they produced. The defensive effort we've seen from them has been pretty impressive. And those points are proof that the effort is paying off. The shot by Johnson, no good. Pacers trail by 11. You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
Adams with a screen on George. Inside. Jones grabs the board. Indiana shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. Here's Anderson. Barnes with the rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Barnes with a screen on George. Pass to Holiday. Beyond the arc. Indiana with a rebound. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Yeah, the offense was AWOL. It just wasn't there. No rhythm, no flow, just a tough day.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
To the middle. 3-on-3 gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, while defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said, the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Back to you guys.
A new day. Allie, thank you. DiVincenzo on the wing. Adams, second shot opportunity. Misi grabs the board. Pacers trail by 9. Outside Carrington. Down low. Anderson gets the bucket. Anderson's got his second basket of the game.
This is exactly where Anderson prefers to get his looks. Foul line down.
Outside, DiVincenzo. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, remember, this is game 4 of group play in the Cup, Grant. The winner in each of the 6 groups will advance into the 8-team knockout rounds.
And they'll be joined by a wild card team in each conference, the second place team with the best record. And if those records are tied, they'll go to point differential.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Embiid, he's checked in for Misi. Tyson comes in for Anderson. And it's Bain in for George. Jones sets a screen. Carrington. Off the mark there with a 3. Wizards leading by 9. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. DiVincenzo, pass to Holiday. Gets the 3 ball to go. Holiday's got 6.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Pass to Embiid. It's rebounded by Washington. 1:56 left in the second period. Outside, DiVincenzo from deep three-point land. And there's Holiday. That's good. On the assist by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got his 3rd assist of the night. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So for the Wizards, Turner comes in for Adams, and it's Alex Caruso in for Barnes. 1:36 left in the first half of this one. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Bain, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
The 3, DiVincenzo. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for Indiana. Down by 15. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And that'll be their second of 4 total games at home. 6 on the shot clock to stop the run, and he drops that one in. 5 points in the game.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bain can still do damage inside.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
From deep, Bain sinks it from distance. Bain's got 5 points in the quarter.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bain something in rhythm.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Tipped. In transition. The finish. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Hustle plays like that are crucial right now. You have to convert on every turnover you get.
Up top, DiVincenzo, covered by Carrington. Pass to Caruso. Johnson for 3. The shot, no good. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Wizards, up by 10. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight.
This stretch could break their season, but it could also make their season if they step up.
When I was playing,
I like these kind of games, to tell you the truth.
Switching it up now, Jamal Murray was having himself a game in that first half.
Another dude from Canada, Murray shows out tonight, pressing the action without forcing it.
Lots of great Canadians in this league. Murray may be the best ever in that group.
He or SGA.
Thanks as always for watching.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Man, we've seen Drew Holiday really having a great game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And here's Murray. Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. We've got McDaniels. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Jimmy Butler, and it's Turner in at the 5. Murray, no good. Pacers trail by 10. In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
And here's Butler outside. Tips it. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Puts up a 3. Embiid can't hit. Washington leading by 10. Now here's Butler. 5 points in the game. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
George, no good. The Wizards have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Murray looking around. McDaniels from long range. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Embiid a screen on Butler. Here's Bane. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Washington has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. It's Bridges on the wing. The 3 is up. Santos pulls it in.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Here's Tyson. And the 3 off target.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And the basket by Bane.
We've got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Murray against George. Pass to Butler. Now Turner. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Joel Embiid.
And Turner's length causes defenses all kinds of problems. I mean, he really uses that length extremely well to draw fouls.
And the second free throw is good. Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, B.A. I mean, those are 2 very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate.
Let's have a look at the point guards with the highest shooting percentage over the past 10 games. 5th, Jamal Murray.
It's really simple. As a point guard, it's your job to create good shots for others. These guys also are great at creating shots for themselves.
Well, you know they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first.
Pass to Embiid. Tries the spin move. Embiid just too tall inside.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
George against Murray. Now here's McDaniels. 4-3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
For 3.
Murray's got his 3rd assist of the night.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
The 15-footer. On the wing, Murray. George defending. Back to Bridges from outside the arc. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
George outside. Over Murray. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Bridges outside. Turner, a screen on Bain. For 3, Bridges. It's rebounded by Indiana. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bain against Bridges. Bain, the pass to Embiid. Oh, book it! Embiid, a triple!
And Embiid does have this range. I mean, it's something the defense has to respect.
Outside Murray. Pass to McDaniels. Here's the 3. Drills it from deep. McDaniels got 10 points.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
George outside. And here's Embiid. Turner covers. Here's Santos. From deep. Knocks down the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
George against Murray. Washington moving the ball around. Clock at 6, and it's McDaniels off the drive. Got it. And the Wizards lead by 15.
It's obvious they've taken fewer 3s here in the second half and are focused on having a more balanced offensive attack.
Pass to Santos. Embiid with it. Shoots over Turner. Again, the Pacers. Good for 2 more.
Being opportunistic, just taking what the defense allows.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Team, everyone. Show them some love.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Washington. They lead by 13. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Yves Missi, Carlton Carrington out there with Desmond Bain. Then there's Derek Jones, and it's Tyson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for the Pacers. And with most NBA defenses bringing help from that weak side corner, that opens up offenses for the weak side crash, Clark.
Yep, if I was still playing BA, I would make way on that offensive glass board, wreaking havoc on the boards, extra opportunities, plenty the way the game is played now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Pass to Missi. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Washington leading by 14. Outside, DiVincenzo. Now Holiday launches a 3. It's hauled in by Carrington.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
And stolen by Caruso. Now the Wizards in transition. Here's DiVincenzo, and the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. The free throw drops for Bane. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the 2nd NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
The drive by DiVincenzo.
Quick feet there by DiVincenzo. Once he gets a step on the defense, it's a wrap.
Pacers trail by 16. Pass to Misi, outside Bane. Picked by Misi, three-pointer. They get it back. Outside Jones. Fires from deep. And Indiana misses again.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Holiday. Offline with a 3. The Pacers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Pass to Carrington. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Indiana with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Misi. Santos comes in for Jones. And it's Keontae George in for Carrington. DiVincenzo against George. Pass to Johnson. The 3-ball. Nails it from 3. Johnson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
And it's a completely new group for Washington.
The physicality of Embiid, unmatched really, yet he's so much fun to watch because he's agile, has skill and touch. Man, is he a joy to watch work.
Murray against Bane. Here's George. Shot clock at 6. Embiid. Bridges pulls it down. Murray against Bain. Now McDaniels. Now Murray. Turner. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Wizards lead by 20.
Hey, Turner's not just an interior scorer. This guy has a jumper that's really reliable. So you got to honor and respect his shot.
A good look from Bain. Offensive rebound. He got it!
Love seeing that kind of activity on the offensive glass. Nicely done.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Washington. Now Bridges. A minute 39 left in the fourth quarter here. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You know, we can see Bridges on either side of the two-man game. He makes good decisions in that action regardless of where he is.
George against Bridges. Here's Embiid. Goes back up. Oh, he converts his own miss.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Wizards.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Jamal Murray.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Embiid there for the rebound. Yes, sir! Moving quick and a great assist in transition. Now Murray. Here's Bridges. Takes a 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And it's Wizards ball. They lead by 14. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. And how about that performance in the NBA Cup? 4-0 in the group phase. They advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, while they've been dominant so far, it's single elimination going forward. A whole new game. But I do like their chances.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jamal Murray.